Hey, Ryan Stewman here, and I want to bring you one last video. I know I said that in my previous video, but I want to bring you one last video to really wind down 2010 and talk to you a little bit about what I've noticed the big trends were for 2010. The first trend that I noticed, and it was actually, I didn't notice it, the person that I pay to personally coach me pointed this out, is that a lot of people this year, so-called gurus and experts, stepped out and proclaimed themselves as gurus and experts. And I just want to give you, the viewer, a little bit of advice. If someone has to call themselves an expert or a guru, you really need to check their qualifications, because there's a lot of people on the internet out there right now that are saying if you'll pretend to be an expert or a guru, or if you'll act as if, or some people say fake it till you make it as a guru or an expert, you could really mislead people down the wrong path. Because if you're truly not an expert, and guru, that's just a goofy word anyway, but if you're truly not an expert, you could really do some misleading stuff that could cause some harm into your relationships, your character, and the trust that you build with people. I come to you today just in a hoodie, sweatshirt, just jeans and tennis shoes, and I just want you to know this is the real me. I could easily get up here. I own nice suits, but that's not my style. There's something that I wear on special occasions when I have to. I enjoy just being me. I like to, when I wear button-up shirts, I like to leave them untucked, and that's me. Because when I talk to somebody via video like this or in person, I want them to see that I'm a genuine person, that I'm me, and I'm not pretending to be something that I'm not. If you ask me a question and I do not know the answer, I don't make it up and try to mislead somebody down the wrong path or fake it till I make it. I say, hey, you know what? I don't know the answer to that, but let me check with somebody who does, and I'll get back to you. And it's been my experience that when I have expressed those words in that way to somebody, they have more respect for me for admitting that I don't know everything, because who wants to be friends or follow a know-it-all anyway? They have more respect for me, and they trust that instead of me just spewing something out that may or may not be correct, I want to get my facts right before I give them an answer. Because a lot of times when people are asking you anything, whether it be, what are you doing tonight, what's the weather going to do tomorrow, anything, they are depending on you for some sort of knowledge. So I think that as being a good steward of information, it's our job to really give people the right information so that nobody's misled. To be a true leader, let me just take a step back. Nobody wants to become a true misleader. Everybody wants to become a true leader. And you can lead from the bottom, the middle, or the top. It doesn't matter. But one of the main characteristics of being a good leader is being led by great leaders, or even better leaders, or at least people that are on your same level. And I think that that's huge, In our church this year, in 2010, we speak a prophetic word every year in advance, and our year was multiplication. And a lot of times this year I thought, well, it was going to multiply my finances, it was going to multiply my family, it was going to multiply my bank account, whatever it may be. But really this year turned out for me to be a multiplication of streams of income, a multiplication of information that I have, that I've been able to really take some time this year and sit back and do some strategic goal planning to really make 2011 an awesome year. And our word for 2011 in my church, which is, by the way, Elevate Life, and you can go to elevatelife.com. We're in Frisco, Texas. You can watch us online live. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about. But our word for 2011 is celebrate. And I'm just going to spend all year in 2011 celebrating. Now, I didn't say partying, and I didn't say acting crazy, just celebrating, just being thankful for everything that I have, celebrating the things that I have been able to attract in my life. And I encourage you to do the same. So oftentimes we get caught up in what's wrong or what's not going right, or why me, or why this, or why them, and comparing ourselves to other people. And really, we should just celebrate what we have. If it's nothing else, we should celebrate every breath that we have, because every couple of seconds someone is losing their last breath. We should celebrate every meal that we eat, 'cause people starving all over the world. So I think that that's important, but back to the leadership thing, you have to be careful who you follow. If someone's calling themselves a guru or an expert, like I said, guru, that's just a funny word anyway, but if someone's considering themselves an expert, double check them. Because the experts that I follow and that I have aligned myself with, they don't call themselves experts. You'll never hear them say that they're a guru or an expert or any of that stuff, because it's automatic. You feel that when you're around them. And it's not good to fake anything. To be a good steward of information, you have to make sure that what you're telling somebody is accurate. That's very important, because you don't want to mislead anybody, because that could be very dangerous. And you could totally destroy relationships that could set you back in time. You know, if you spend all this time building up a downline, if you're in the network marketing industry, or building up a pipeline, if you're in the real estate industry, and then you're giving them bad advice and you're just churning and burning them and trying to get them into the business and make the quick dollar and then split on them, people are going to catch on to that. You're going to end up getting a bad reputation. You're going to become a misleader. And nobody wants to have that. So just make sure that if you do have a following, and if you are an influencer, and you are a person that other people respect and admire, that you do your part to make sure that it always stays that way. Because genuinosity, which is a word that I made up, I think I made it up. Maybe I heard it somewhere, but I think I made it up. Genuinosity, just the act of being genuine, people see that about you. People see the real you. And a lot of times you can put on this fake mask and this big smile and, like I said, this fancy suit and everything, and people see right through that because they can look in your eyes and see that your heart is not with them to help them. Your heart is to make a quick dollar. And it should never be about money. Money is simply something that was made up by the Federal Reserve, and I'm not going to get too in detail by this, but money is something that was simply made up by the Federal Reserve that banks create out of air. Okay? So, and I'm not going to get too deep into that, but money is not the true sign of winning. Money is a byproduct of winning, but impacting people's lives, making them better people, showing them how to become a better person, encouraging them, inspiring them, that is what really pays rewards big time. And with that, I promise, money comes right along with it. So keep that in mind. In 2010, it was a huge year for people calling themselves social media experts and gurus and stuff like that. But before you pair yourself up in a line with anybody, see what their qualifications are. Look them up on the internet. And remember, it's just like the newspaper, the TV. Just because you see facts on the internet doesn't mean it's true. So I always encourage everybody to do their due diligence. Even on me, if you know somebody who knows me, call them, figure out their opinion on me. I may be for you, I may not. But I'm not going to sit here and claim to be something I'm not going to be. And as I go into 2011, I celebrate. I'm not going to celebrate things that I don't have. I'm going to celebrate what's been given to me. So again, I just hope that 2011 is going to be a bang-up year for you. I hope that 2010 was an awesome year for you. And I hope that you stepped out of your comfort zone in 2010 and are just ready to go rip it off in 2011. I hope that these videos that I started shooting this year have encouraged you in one way or another, because even though I've made all these videos, I don't do this so that I can stand here and be like, hey, look at me, I'm on video, I must be cool. I do this so that maybe one thing out of the million things that come out of my mouth might impact you and actually sink deep in your brain and make you a better person, so that you can maybe give that same thing to someone who's following you. So as we move into 2011, I just wish you much prosperity, not necessarily in the financial realm, but just in life in general. And I just want you to know that no matter how alone you might think you are, there's always somebody out there that is willing to extend you a hand. It may be me, it may be somebody else, but through all these different networks that we have these days, you can pair yourselves and learn from the best for free. So keep that in mind. I just want to wish you a happy new year. Thanks for watching this video. And remember, don't claim to be something you're not. Be real, and people will see that, and then you will be what you want to be down the road. So it takes time. So thanks again. Have a great day. And one last time for the end of the year, I want to try to get you motivated. So let's go do something!